Okay, in this problem, what we're going to do is differentiate, which means find the derivative. It's a verb, find the derivative. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to use the quotient rule. And what I'm going to do is, for this, is I'm going to write down an outline for that, or like a form that I'll fill out. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to take the derivative of the numerator, multiply by the denominator, subtract the numerator times the derivative of the denominator. I don't think I'm going to write down a general formula on the side of the paper. So let's go ahead and fill this in so that'll, we'll see what's going on here. So I put the numerator in and I'll find the derivative. I multiply by the derivative of the denominator. Then I subtract numerator, multiply by the derivative of the denominator. It's hard for me to say all that, so I hope I said it the right way. Pretty sure I wrote it correctly. We put the whole thing over the denominator squared of the original function. Now, what we need to know is, remember, is how to take the derivative of these pieces here. 1 plus 2x, how do I do the derivative? The derivative of 1 is 0, the derivative of x is 1, so I'm left with just 2. The next part I copy down. Then I come to another derivative. The derivative of 3 is 1. The derivative of 3 is 0. The derivative of negative 4x is negative 4. This is the derivative. Now, there's a whole other piece here, which is, well, how far am I going to simplify? What will I do in simplifying? Do not, I'm afraid to even write this. This is totally a no. Do not cancel those two out because there's two terms here and there's a subtraction in between. You can't cancel, therefore, so do not do that. No, no, no. Okay, we're not doing that. I sort of feel it wouldn't have hurt if I had just written down what the quotient rule is. That if I have f divided by g, this is f prime g minus fg prime all over g squared. That's the quotient rule. Okay, so now I'm on this job of simplifying this using the distributive property, canceling things out, etc. Trying not to make mistakes on this and so forth. It's an algebra problem. It's a beginning algebra problem, but those can be difficult or tricky at least. So now I'm going to work on distributing like terms. I do see that a couple of these things cancel out. Okay, and so I'll get 6 plus 4 is 10. And for this problem, it does help to go back and start looking for little pieces that might have gone wrong. The one, I make mistakes on are the distributive property. Am I doing that the right way? There's another thing is the order of that difference on the numerator when you use the quotient rule is important. You have to take the derivative of the numerator first, multiply the denominator. If you reverse that, your answer will be off by a sign. In other words, if it looks positive, it'll be off and it should be negative, vice versa. Okay, so let's see. I'll just zoom out a little bit there for a screenshot, but I think that's fine. I think everything worked out there, and I'll just maybe write down this is g prime of x and highlight the answer. Okay, that's all.